From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz, Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sherry, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
Sherry says here, I want to do the news. It would be awesome to try. We always love when fans reach out because they want to introduce the news. Everyone thinks that they know how to do it. Everyone thinks that they've got the best rendition of Let's Do the News. Sherry, what makes you think you've got what it takes to beat anyone else that has ever wanted to introduce the news before?
Okay, I don't think I'm as good as Roz because, he's a professional.
Thank you.
But I feel like I can try and do my ultimate best.
Okay, that's all we ask.
What technique are you going for before we get you to start this?
Okay, so I'm going with the Roz technique. He once said in an episode that you got to throw your head back and put your throat in it.
You do.
I was like, okay, let's try it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you know what you're doing, right? You know the lines, you know your part?
Yes.
Have you been practicing?
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, good.
Got to do it.
That's how you get perfect.
You can always tell when people get on here and they think they can do it and they've never once tried it.
Yeah.
Even on their own.
I've been practicing, and I think I've lost my voice a few times from just trying it.
Same girl. Okay.
Wow, bro. Even Shum's eyes just popped out of his head. All right, go ahead, Sherry. Anytime you're ready.
Okay. Sorry, I'm nervous.
That's okay.
Okay. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's do the news.
Hey, that was
That was amazing. Congratulations. I love it.
Maury, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, that's the best one yet.
That's the best one. Okay, wow.
Sherry,
Maury,
you did a great job. Thank
Maury's
you.
the harshest
Thank you.
judge on the panel to win over, but you got the thumbs up, full approval all around.
Have a beautiful day, okay?
Thank you, you too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
God, I'm sure Katy Perry thought that this was going to be a much different month for her. So she had the Blue Origin flight, which she thought, I'm guessing everybody did, that it was going to be like embraced and wonderful and first all-female crew and everything else. But it really, really backfired on all of them, and it didn't go well at all. And then she launched a tour last night in Mexico, and before she hits the North American dates, and there's a lot of tickets that are not selling for the North American dates. There's apparently rows and rows of seating still available at multiple venues. No word on how her VIP packages are selling, which cost upwards of $200 that are still available. But Beyonce is going through this same kind of thing with the Cowboy Carter tour. And somebody told the Daily Mail that they were already concerns about poor ticket sales before the Blue Origin sort of fiasco. They were pretty dismal. Katy believed that her tour would take off like Taylor's took off. And fans at the show are now, there's so many videos of people that were at the Katy Perry show last night where they're goofing on her choreography and criticizing her for the fact that even when she did Woman's World, there wasn't one single female dancer with her on stage. They were all guys. People are just going in on Katy Perry.
Can I play for you really quick just some audio that I literally just saw like 10 minutes ago? Someone posted from that same Mexico City tour.
Yeah.
Like the choreography in this of her performing E.T.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a space fight thing where there's guys on bungees, but the choreography is just not, it's not great.
And even like,
that vocal sounds terrible.
Yeah. Listen.
I mean, it's a phone in a stadium, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to sound great.
But the choreography,
I feel
but the
bad.
choreography is terrible. Oh my god! And that people are bringing up the fact that years ago didn't she have like a bunch of nuns evicted from their house in California? Like, wasn't that story like all the stories are coming back about Katy Perry? It's crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I gotta touch on more wrestling. I'm so fascinated with everything that has happened since WrestleMania, and whether it is all sort of like a pre-work job or whether there's real fights happening between Triple H, who runs WWE, and then The Rock, who seemingly abandoned the company in the lead up and the storyline and everything else.
Please refer to Triple H as the game.
Yes, thank you. Leading up to one of the biggest nights in sort of like sports and entertainment of the year, WrestleMania, right? So we played a clip last week of a guy on satellite radio named Dan LaGreca who really went off on The Rock and how he was just absent from everything, and the finish at WrestleMania was terrible, everything else. So The Rock replied to him.
Oh.
Right? And The Rock said, "Hi, Dave. The business is a complete work. Always has been, always will be. Every aspect of it, every match, every interview. Please join me, Cody, Cena, Brian, and the rest of us for our creative discussions so you can expand your perspective. Until then, stop ranting. It's not healthy, my friend. Enjoy the show." So The Rock replied to his passion for WrestleMania, reminding him that it's all fake, right? That's what a work means, right? So reminding him that it's all fake. And then so David LaGreca responded to The Rock.
Don't tell me it's a work. I don't need you to tell me. That's supposed to be from Dick or Jane down the street that doesn't like professional wrestling. They're the ones that tell me it's a work and that it's fake, not somebody within the business. Believe in the magic. It's the magic that makes people buy a ticket to go see WrestleMania or sit on their ass for 3 hours to watch a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown because it's real to them. They don't need to be reminded that it's fake.
It's real.
So all due respect, Rock, all due respect, Mr. Dwayne Johnson, I appreciate what you done for me and for this business, but what you put in that response I felt was wrong, and it hurt me. It actually, I'm not angry about it. I'm actually hurt and disappointed with the response.
Right. So I guess it was last night. What did they do on WWE last night? Thursday.
Nothing Thursdays.
Nothing Thursdays.
SmackDown is tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you see this clip of Triple H?
No.
Responding to The Rock?
No.
Okay, so
AKA the game.
What's that?
AKA the game.
AKA the game. Sorry, my bad.
Hall of Famer, by the way.
So because we know, I guess The Rock is also like he's on he's a board of directors or something like that. Like he's got a big voice up there, right? Mm-hmm. So here I want to play this clip of Triple H.
There's one thing that is abundantly clear here, whether people like them or they don't like them, the answers come from one place and one place only, and right now you are looking at him. There are some people back there that decision will disappoint them, that maybe they won't like that decision. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter if you don't like that decision.
This got to be a house show.
So with that said, welcome to the road to WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
So is this all a work then? Is this all fake?
No,
or
this
is this real?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know.
Right?
But that's kind of amazing that you don't know.
Right.
They've done a great job of blurring the lines, which is kind of great.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's everything that's going on with WWE. Big drama, guys.
Yo, that's
big
amazing.
drama.
Still real to me, damn it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to get to this Jelly Roll clip here because Jelly is on this roll of like losing a ton of weight. And I think part of it is him speaking publicly about it, I think is part of his journey, as opposed to it being rude to ask somebody about their kind of weight loss journey. I think for somebody like Jelly, who has been in various forms of like recovery, some people really benefit by not being held accountable by the public, but speaking about it is part of their process. And Jelly just won't shut up about how much weight he's lost.
Look at you, looking good.
Oh, I feel even better,
You
baby.
look more fit every single time I see you. What's going on?
Dude, listen, I've been thinking about ways to make it sound cool, but I can't. I'm eating a lot of protein and vegetables and walking. That's what I'm doing.
That's what you gotta do. How much, do you mind me asking how much you've lost?
We're approaching the 200-pound mark.
Wow.
Incredible, right?
I would guess that I have lost an entire Jimmy Kimmel.
Or a 200-pound Mark.
Right.
You got to find a guy named Mark, and he could be your 200 pounds. And when do you stop, though? That's the big question. Like, do you have a number in mind?
I do have a number in mind. So for the non-fluffy people in the world, I would give you all some educational course here. To do all the fun stuff in life, you got to be under 250.
Okay.
So my goal, I want to skydive. I want to ride a roller coaster. I want to ride a bull. I know it sounds crazy. I want to wrestle an alligator. I got a list of things that I want to do.
So let me get this straight. You do all this hard work and you have all this discipline, losing all this weight, and then you want to do something that will potentially kill you.
Ain't that great?
Yeah.
Listen, I was waiting on the heart disease to do it, so I might as well get it off and run straight into it the other way. You know what I mean?
Hey, big up Jelly Roll. Love this journey that he's on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to get to this national anthem singer at the NFL draft. A lot of people have a lot of opinions on this. I, to be honest with you, still don't know how I feel, whether I absolutely hate it or I absolutely love it. But they brought a country singer out there named Steven Wilson Jr. to do the national anthem at the NFL draft.
Say, can you see?
What the hell?
By the dawn's early light was so proudly we heard at the twilight's first gleaming.
Not for the draft, guys.
Those broad stripes and bright stars.
It sounds like he's trolling.
Through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walk.
Shem, you're making a face. What's up?
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I think it's right for the NFL.
Yeah, so do I.
Wrong for the draft. Right
Fair.
for the Super Bowl.
Fair.
Or any other game. But perfect for the NFL. Are you kidding me?
I don't think he sounds bad.
Can you see the fighter jets?
I know.
Going over right now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It just seems slow.
Oh, people hated it. People hated it. I kind of dig it.
I like it. I think he sounds really good. I'm sorry. I like it.
I kind of dig it. I like that 1/4 of the notes he's playing on the guitar are actually the right ones.
Yeah.
Oh, the land of the free.
You feel the anthem like this.
Oh, I guess people are into it. He's getting some cheers.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Anyway, that is Steven Wilson Jr.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, that the world's first sperm race was going to be happening in L.A., where they had these super high-end microscopes, and they put sperm into a racetrack that was in the shape of the reproductive system. And they raced two sperm, and it was Team UCLA versus Team USC. Here's how that all went down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is to determine a champion. One more time, UCLA on top, USC at the bottom. This is for all the marbles. Send the swimmers through the finish line. Oh, my God. And this looks like a tighter race. They're neck and neck. Tristan with a slight lead there. And we'll see how they make it through these turns now. Remember, that big ball is the halfway marker. Sometimes having more swimmers doesn't mean that they're faster. These are head-to-head. We might have a photo finish. This is going to do it. Tristan Milker explodes through the finish line. USC wins.
Wow, explodes to the finish line, huh?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Heartbreak for the Toronto Maple Leafs over the weekend. No sweep, but we're still here.
Here goes Tyler Clevenin on his backhand. Put that high, and Stolar's got a piece of that. Played to the line, but not out. Sanderson head. Scores! Jake Sanderson through! And the Senators still have life. Still alive and headed to Game 5.
I don't know if you saw it, but Damon Warner was on the cover of the Toronto Star yesterday. The cover of the Toronto Star.
Good for you, bro.
He was, the best part was that Morey, when he was down there covering it, was standing next to a guy who went full face paint, right? So he's standing next to a guy who's completely blue.
Yeah.
And when you're that committed and you're completely blue and the team wins, it's amazing. But the look on, if you can see the video, oh my God, go and find the video, because it is one of the saddest things you'll ever see is when a guy who is that committed to doing his whole body blue in blue paint, the moment they lose, it's one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. Here was Dammit Morey the moment it happened.
No!
Oh, it sucks.
We couldn't clear it and we just lost. What happened? I don't have anything to say.
Oh, no.
They just wanted it more. It's
so sad.
Couldn't do anything. I just hope the Leafs bring it in their next game and work a bit harder. Are you okay?
Dude, we just didn't bring it today. It wasn't our day.
Did you bring it?
I brought it, but they didn't.
Are you sad?
I'm wet. I'm cold. I'm tired. But most of all, I'm sad.
Is this the saddest thing that's ever happened to you?
For sure, 100%.
So you're saying this is sadder than family death?
Okay, maybe not family death, but maybe the next thing below.
As they say, gentlemen's sweep. We only give them one, and we got the next one.
What happened?
We lost. I think our boys were tired, but we got it in Game 5, and we're coming. Don't beat yourself up over it.
Looks like you're beating yourself up over it.
Oh, no.
A little bit, yes, yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
That unbelievable, massive power outage in Europe yesterday. So Spain, Portugal, and parts of France all lost all power.
Oh, no.
And they're ruling out, as it is right now, as far as the Spanish power companies, of any sort of cyber attack. So what caused it? Who knows? But no phones, no trains, no lights, no power, no banking, no nothing.
Oh, my God.
And because it is a cashless world, nobody could buy anything because the ATMs didn't work.
So what are people doing?
People were in Airbnbs that have those electric locks on the door that couldn't get out.
Oh, no.
Like everything.
I heard about the power outage. I didn't know it was that bad.
They were stuck on trains where they had people walking through tunnels. Like this is a massive, massive power outage. But at least the Spanish authorities are saying that that it was not a cyber attack. But it's incredible. Like even just the videos of just like there's not like, what do you do? I mean, I know we went through that big power outage here years ago, but the world was different then. Like you still had some cash in your wallet.
Sure.
Right? Like you knew what to sort of do in it, but
you can still mobilize and
the world doesn't work like that.
But there was one
anymore.
here 3 or 4 summers ago where was it Ed Sheeran had to cancel a show because people couldn't scan their tickets at the Rogers Center.
Right.
No,
yeah.
The Weekend.
Was it The Weekend?
Yeah.
And people couldn't pay for their haircuts.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. It was like this was incredible. And so this was like Portugal, Spain, and France.
That's
like
insane.
It is a massive, massive
Did they say
deal.
how long it's going to take to get back?
I think it's I don't know. I don't even know what the state of it is right now, to be honest with you.
That's
I'm just
scary.
catching up on all of this now. But that's terrifying to me. Like, do you keep any cash? Not that I want, you know.
I have access to funds if I need.
Yeah. Yeah, Shem, you keep cash?
I do. Yeah, I always keep much like I keep a shoebox of cash.
You do,
Bro? Why are you spitting like?
Okay.
I didn't say where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of all the things a man can hide in a shoebox in his home, I'm happy he said cash. Damn it, Maury, do I even ask if you keep cash at home?
Only when you give it to me.
Yeah, but so no cash then,
No.
right? No. Like it would be.
We got a
devastating.
shoebox full of stuff under the bed, though.
Those shoeboxes come in handy. When you're a kid, you make a diorama. You know, when you're an adult, you hide your shame.
Amongst other things,
right? That's what they're used for.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Beyonce launched her Cowboy Carter tour last night at SoFi Stadium. She was on stage. She brought out Blue Ivy and Rumi. We got a little bit of everything here for you. Sounds great.
Yeah. She's good live, right?
Yeah.
She's totally good live.
What else you got there?
And of course, you can't go to a Beyonce concert and not have her perform Crazy in Love. She got that live band too. I like when artists perform with live bands. As long as they keep some of the arrangement the same, right?
Yeah, sounds great.
A little slower.
She's certainly not getting throttled the same way that Katy Perry is. So much had to do with that stupid Blue Origin flight that they did, but she launched a tour right afterwards, and the videos that are coming out from Katy Perry's concerts, like people are just going in, like she's just like not into it, and I don't know. But ticket sales still, Beyonce is going through the same thing that Katy Perry's going with, and that is even right up to showtime at SoFi Stadium, 3,000 seats were available.
Oh wow!
Still, now a big percentage of those were resale, but what that also says is that Beyonce fans, like the big fans, aren't willing to pay the big money to go and see Beyonce.
You think that's a problem? Is that the concert ticket prices are way too much right now?
I think that Beyonce and Katy Perry's organizations saw what Taylor Swift was able to do and thought that their sort of number one fans would respond in the same kind of way. And I don't know whether Taylor Swift just sort of broke touring for big artists for a couple of years because it was that massive, that expensive, and that all-encompassing, or whether they share fans, and those fans that maybe went to Taylor aren't willing to do this. But I
think the Taylor Swift fans are different. I also think that...
I also think that there's a part of this that may be that Beyonce and
Katy
Perry are not as, don't kill me for saying this, not as relevant as they were even 5 years ago.
I agree.
I think
where the audiences are a little older, your fan base has changed. There's different priorities. Stadium shows with these resale ticket prices in the thousands of dollars. Maybe you're not that kind of artist anymore.
I'd agree with you on Katy Perry on that, but not Beyonce.
Yeah, I agree with Maury.
I don't know.
On Katy for sure. It's been that way for Katy for a while.
I think Beyonce. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think her audience is definitely older.
Yeah.
And plus, like, if your ticket prices, if you're, the older Beyonce fan, and the ticket prices are the way they are, would you rather do that or spend money on groceries right now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Especially in the States.
Because I think Taylor's fans have money, but they only have money for Taylor. I think Beyonce fans have money, but they got a lot of things in their life they need to pay for.
Sure, but I don't think that speaks to the relevancy of the artist. You know what I mean? I think in the case of Katy, like Maury said, for sure, I think Beyonce is still her. Maybe not the level of Taylor right now, because Taylor is sort of in a class of her own. I think we can all agree there, right?
Yeah,
I just think it's different.
I'm not good at arguing, so I've said what I've said.
I think the Taylor Swift thing, too, it became more about the movement of
absolutely.
the concert.
She built something that nobody had ever built before.
More than the actual concert, right?
Can
It
I
was an
say,
event.
I think with Taylor Swift, I think all the cities also helped hype it up for her.
They had to.
Where they're not doing that for Beyonce and Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Like, we're not renaming streets for Beyonce.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a power thing, right? And you know, Taylor has that power. Beyonce doesn't anymore. Beyonce had that kind of Taylor power, but it flipped.
100%.
It flipped, right?
100%.
Well, maybe Beyonce needs to date a football player.
When she's married to Jay-Z?
On the side, Mocha. On the side.
Duh.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Travis Kelce has unfollowed Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, how come?
I don't know. Maybe he's because he's with Taylor Swift, and maybe there's fallout between the whole Blake Lively, Taylor Swift, BFFs, Justin Baldoni, all this stuff. I don't know, but yeah, unfollowed. I think that Ryan is still following Travis. Blake is still following Taylor. Taylor doesn't follow anybody. But there you go. I don't know. Read into that what you would like. Drama.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Liberal minority government is where we're sitting right now. Did you see the video of Mark Carney dancing?
Oh, God.
I mean, you got to
Is it
dance.
bad?
He won. He was, I guess,
What was he dancing to?
Down with Webster.
I just put it in the group chat. You can check it out.
And he was wearing a Down with Webster hoodie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Was
dancing.
he one of their dads?
No, it looks like it when he's dancing. But hey, listen, you got to celebrate, right? You came back from nothing with that party. Minority governments are never good. They usually last like maybe a year unless you do some sort of deal. But the NDP
Damn, bro, look at you.
don't have enough seats to even do that unless
I
they
need to know
swing
why
something with the block.
Down with Webster. Y'all remember that group?
Yeah. I heard one pollster say it last night, which sort of, put things into perspective, which was, as far as the country goes, that Canadians wanted a conservative platform, but they wanted a liberal to implement it, which really is what you got. I mean, the conservatives pulled a lot of seats, more than they have in like decades, but it was the absolute collapse of the NDP that gave the liberals their minority government.
Hold on. Can I just play real
Yeah,
quick for anyone
please.
who doesn't remember Down with Webster?
Yeah.
I like these guys a lot.
Shout out to Nathan, the lead singer.
I'll be your man.
Yeah. And when you watch the video, Carney's just going for it, too. He looks like, remember that old video of the Microsoft guys on launch day? On stage?
It was launch day to Windows 95.
Like just
Bill Gates and everything.
He's just kicking it, man. Old white guy, right? He's just doing his thing. It's a good video, though. It's a good video. Yeah. I like it. It made me happy seeing him dance like that. Yeah, man. I got no problem with that. You do you. Pierre Poilievre, so in his riding of Carleton, let's go to Mark Carney first. Mark Carney, of course, getting to the microphone and talking about the number one thing on his plate, which is dealing with Donald Trump.
As I've been warning for months, America wants our land, our resources, our water, our country.
Never, no!
Never. No. But these are not idle threats. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. Shame. That will never ever happen.
Shame.
But we also must recognize the reality that our world has fundamentally changed.
Guys, I have a feeling he's going to ask us to fight.
Good old Mark Carney. I don't know if you saw this yesterday because he was addressing Trump just then. And Trump posted yesterday to the people of Canada that he was asking the people of Canada to elect the man who has the strength and wisdom to cut your taxes in half and increase your military power for free to the highest level in the world. Like, was he asking Canadians to elect him?
Yes.
Was that the deal with that
what
post?
It don't work that way, dummy.
So that was Mark Carney. Now let's get to Pierre Poilievre, because in his riding of Carleton, I don't know if you saw this mess. So they redrew the lines of the riding, right? So it was expanded because he's held that seat since 2004. So they redrew it. And then for some weirdo reason, they let 92 people, was it 92? 92 people on the ballot. Did you see the ballot for this riding?
No.
It's if you held your arms all the way out, that's how long the ballot is. Wow. Right? And his name was like buried in there. I don't even know how that's allowed.
Win?
No, he didn't win. He lost his own seat.
Oh, damn, bro.
So here is Pierre Poilievre addressing the nation.
To my fellow conservatives,
We have much to celebrate tonight. We've gained well over 20 seats. We got the highest share of vote our party has received since 1988. We denied the NDP and Liberals enough seats to form a coalition government, meaning and we did all of this in a very difficult environment. That said, we are cognizant of the fact that we didn't quite get over the finish line yet.
Mm-hmm.
We know that change is needed, but change is hard to come by. It takes time. It takes work. And that's why we have to learn the lessons of tonight so that we can have an even better result the next time the Canadians decide the future for the country.
And the big story of last night was the NDP. They lost official party status. And Jagmeet Singh lost his riding and then stepped down.
Almost 8 years ago, I was elected the leader of this incredible party, this incredible movement. I've worked really hard to be worthy of this trust, to live up to the legacy of our movement. Tonight, I've been informed our party leader that I'll be stepping down as party leader as soon as an interim leader can be appointed.
Shame. I like that guy. That guy's my favorite.
Shem, did you see in our hometown of Scarborough what who somebody voted for?
Oh, I saw.
No, what was it?
Somebody voted for the dancehall artist Vibes Cartel.
Yeah. One person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Vibes Cartel, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, I love it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The province of Ontario is moving forward with studying Premier Doug Ford's plan to build a giant tunnel under the 401. The 50-kilometer stretch from west of the 410 in Mississauga out to east of Scarborough. The study is expected to cost millions of dollars and take about 2 years. Ontario's transportation minister says that it is a significant step forward in fighting gridlock and keeping roads moving. Shame.
Wait a minute.
He should go back and look at that spa deal they did with that company. Did you see that? Did you see that report?
Oh,
so
this
you know
is a
that
shady
Ontario
business, right?
place?
Uh-huh.
They cut this giant deal, $1 billion deal for like a 250 years or something like that with this spa company. And the spa company was like, bro, we operate spas all over the world. We're like the #1 spa company in the world. Of course we know what we're doing. And then the New York Times came out with a giant article being like, they don't run anything.
Oh, no.
They don't have spas. They got like one spa, maybe. They didn't have what they said they had. So...
Who said I got no spas?
I know, right?
And they came at Doug Ford. Who said I got no spas?
So that's why he's building that tunnel. He's going to need that tunnel.
He died.
Yeah, 250 years or however that long deal is that we're going to be paying for.
So
that's where you're going to find Doug in a big tunnel.
How long is this study going to take for the tunnel?
2 years for the study. For the study.
And then they got to like assess the ground and make safety.
The environmental assessments and everything else. It's
so
never
this
gonna
tunnel... Let's say if
it
gets built, won't start for like another, 10, 12 years?
Oh, if that. A generation.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did I know that Alex Earl and Alex Cooper were two different people?
Yeah, yeah.
I just found that out.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
I just see influencer whatever Alex, and I just assume that, and they look the same. I just assume that they were the same person.
No.
They're not, apparently.
Is that the news story?
No, I mean that's news.
I mean...
That's news to me. No, I was reading a story about Alex Earl and what she gets paid for a single post on Instagram.
Oh my God!
Vicky Sager, who is Alex's rep, was doing a conference and told a group of University of North Carolina students last year that Alex Earl, who is 24 years old, gets $450,000 per post.
Wow.
Yep.
That's wild, bro.
7.4 million followers on TikTok, 4.2 on Insta, nearly 1 million on Snapchat, 392K on YouTube. So that's the price of a house in most of America.
Damn,
per
bro.
post,
Wow.
right?
You do one post and that's it. Done.
That's it. I'm out.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Maple Leafs lose last night.
The night looks like it is over. A 3-0 series lead is now 3-2. Ottawa with an overtime win in Game 4 and a convincing 4-0 whitewash of the Maple Leafs here in Toronto in Game 5.
That place was empty by the time the game finished last night. People just filed out. So I don't know what the hell happened. But the Maple Leafs are now, this is such a damning statistic that I don't even want to read it. Since 2018, the Maple Leafs are 1-13 in series clinching games.
Wow.
So you're
Since
saying
2018.
There's still a chance.
They are 1-13
They
in
just have to
series
win one
clinching
game.
games.
They just had to win one game 2
No,
games ago.
it's not looking like that now. Now it's they don't have to win one game. They got to not lose 2 is what this is.
That seems
And the next game is in Ottawa
Seems
too.
easy.
No. Only 4 NHL teams have come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a series. That was the Leafs in 42, the Islanders in 75, the Flyers in 2010, and the Kings in 2014. Game 6 is tomorrow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There was a report that Amazon was planning on listing the sort of tariff price on their website. So you would have the price of the thing, and then there would be almost like a tax line where it would say the increase because of Trump's tariffs, because all of Amazon's stuff comes from China, right? Which did not go over well with the White House. Here's Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt.
This is a hostile and political act by Amazon. Why didn't Amazon do this when the Biden administration hiked inflation to the highest level in 40 years? As Reuters recently wrote, Amazon has partnered with a Chinese propaganda arm. So this is another reason why Americans should buy American. It's another reason why we are onshoring critical supply chains here at home to shore up our own critical supply chain and boost our own manufacturing.
So the story was a rep for Amazon said that that's actually not true, which was that the team, they say, that runs their ultra low cost Amazon haul store considered the idea of listing import charges on certain products. They go on to say this was never approved and it is not going to happen. However, that did not stop Donald Trump from taking full credit.
Great. Jeff Bezos was very nice. He was terrific. He solved the problem very quickly, and he did the right thing, and he's a good guy.
Our best friends over here.
Best friends.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
One more.
It's Shem's birthday.
It is Shem's birthday.
If you want to text 925-555, can I read a couple of real quick,
please. Yes, please.
for
Yes,
Shemmy?
please.
At Shem, hey, happy birthday, bro. I hope you have an amazing day.
How do you spell A?
Happy birthday, Shem, to my fellow Taurus. Ayyyee.
Thank you.
Shemmy, happy birthday, you tall, beautiful man with the warmest smile. Bella loves you. Another one reads, happy birthday, Shem Roy, Shem, Shemmy, Shem Cheddar.
Hey, it's also Gal Gadot's birthday today, Shemmy. You share a birthday with Gal Gadot?
She
Not mad at
is.
that.
Hold on, let me guess. Gal Gadot.
How old
Isn't
are
it
you?
Gal-
How old
isn't
are
it-
you, Shem?
I'm 38.
Isn't it Gal Gadot?
Yeah, I think so. I
Gal
don't know. I
Gadot,
don't
Wonder Woman. Okay, Gal Gadot is 36. 35.
40.
Gal Gadot is 40?
Gal Gadot, yeah. What about Anna de Armas? Another beauty.
Oh, snap. That's her birthday today, too?
Yes, it is.
Anna
Shem.
de Armas.
You should hit her up.
She is 32.
She's 37. Travis Scott. It's also Travis Scott's birthday today.
Is 36.
34. What about who's Johnny Galecki?
From Big Bang Theory and Roseanne.
Okay, I gotcha. Shem. Mocha, how old is Johnny Galecki today? Older than Shem, younger than Shem?
Older than Shem.
Older than Shem.
I'm going to say like
obviously.
48.
50 years old.
Wow.
And we'll end with this one. Kirsten Dunst. How old is Kirsten Dunst? Kirsten Dunst, another one that is very difficult to track because we met Kirsten Dunst when she was a child. She was a child actor. She was doing movies when she was like 7.
Also Mary Jane and Spider-Man.
Oh, yes, correct. How old is Kirsten Dunst?
42.
43. Very close.
Wow.
Good
One more?
for you.
Can you do one more? Kunal, this is Mocha's co-star from Dr. Cabby. Kunal from Big Bang Theory was in Dr. Cabby with Mocha.
Oh, okay.
You just said the exact same thing 2 different ways, like back to back.
He's very excited.
Kunal is,
I don't know,
44?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. Cool. There you go.
All right. Happy birthday, Shan.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Life in Spain and Portugal and parts of France started to return to normal yesterday after that massive power outage that paralyzed the countries, leaving all the governments, companies, and experts scrambling to try and figure out what went wrong. And as there's more questions being thrown, there's actually less answers even out there, which is what caused this massive power outage.
Still haven't been able to figure it out.
The corporation that operates Spain's electrical grid have ruled out cyber attack, human error, and any unusual weather or atmospheric phenomena.
So aliens or ghosts?
So like, what else is there?
I just gave you the answer.
Right?
Aliens or ghosts?
Yeah. The Spanish government said that it continues to investigate. They're going to now request an independent report from the European Commission to try and figure out. But the one thing they did say is, this can never happen again.
Well, yeah.
Well, first you got to figure out what actually happened. You don't know what happened.
Aliens.
You have no idea what happened.
Aliens up there being like, okay, we're gonna F with these guys right now. Pulled out the Usher meme. Watch this.
And it was chaos, man. And if you didn't have cash, you couldn't do anything. There was there was no life to be lived.
What about the hospitals?
Yeah.
What about the hospitals? Do they have generators?
Places have backup generators. Like most hospitals have a backup system.
But do those only last so long, right?
Yeah. But you fill them with gas, and then you have gas reserves and everything else. Solar. But yeah, no, it was absolute madness. What is even more crazy right now is the weather in Pakistan. So
hot. It's always hot.
They're about to hit a new record for April.
Okay.
Right? Give me 1 second here. They're about to hit a new record for April, which is central Pakistan. Keep in mind, this is April. This isn't even the hottest it gets in Pakistan.
Okay.
It is supposed to, by the end of the week, hit 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
Excuse me?
Which is 50. Now, the previous record for Pakistan was 53.8, which was 128.8 degrees. That was in 2017. Heat would build across the Middle East and South Asia throughout the week, with today and tomorrow being the hottest days for Pakistan. Temperatures higher than 110 degrees are forecast in 21 countries this week. Pakistan, Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, all throughout the Middle East, Ethiopia, Nigeria, South Sudan, all throughout Central Africa. That is staggeringly hot.
Maria.
Staggeringly hot.
Grab the tanning oil.
Listen, I got the good stuff from Greece.
That is crazy. 122.
No, I would fry out there.
122.
Yeah, you can't breathe, bro.
That's
the
like-
last time, do you remember when it got that hot in India and the guys' flip-flops were sticking to the road?
Yeah, it
because
melted
the
the
asphalt
roads.
was melting.
Yeah, like
right?
you can't go outside in that, can you?
You cannot.
No, you can't survive that.
And then you look at a lot of these countries where the infrastructure doesn't allow for, mass air conditioning and everything else.
Like water?
Yeah. Well, I think India cut off the water in Pakistan for a little while, didn't they, the other day? Something like that. It's terrible. The whole situation
So you
is
sit
awful.
with the fridge door open?
Well, sure. Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's really looking like he's going after an Academy Award, or at least trying to make a run for it.
Yeah.
So the new trailer for a movie called The Smashing Machine. This is the life of MMA legend Mark Kerr. And you'll hear Dwayne talking in this, trying to do his best sort of like Midwestern accent.
Probably looking at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
It still sounds like you, bro.
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
How do you know Mark Kerr? Oh, we go way back. But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his Octagon debut, Mark Kerr!
I don't know, man. This movie,
Yeah.
I'm into it. Big time. And I'm not saying that as a fan of The Rock. I'm just saying it based on the trailer and the way it looks.
It's a sad story. Opens
Very
in theaters on October 3rd. My favorite is when you watch that trailer and then you read the headlines where it's like Smashing Machine. Dwayne Johnson is unrecognizable as UFC legend Mark Kerr. No, he's not. The headline should be Dwayne Johnson's in a wig.
Yeah.
Like, it's clearly The Rock.
They
right?
just covered his tattoos.
There's no way to make Dwayne Johnson unrecognizable.
Especially with that one scene. So in the movie, he's got hair, but then like later in Mark Kerr's career, he shaves his head.
Yeah.
So they did that in the movie.
Yeah.
And like The Rock is bald. We all know him as Bald Rock.
Dwayne Johnson is unrecognizable. No, it's The Rock in a wig.
And
that's what you get.
No tattoos.
No.
Also, guys, you guys know The Rock knows who I am?
Mocha, I know Mocha.
Oh, my goodness.
Just in case.
Mocha, I know Mocha.
Yes. Sad story though, the Mark Kerr story.
Very.
But
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that movie though.
So, and whether that happened, it's the same guy who did Uncut Gems. Who wrote and directed that? It was two directors on that, but Benny Safdie is the guy's name who's doing this movie from the Safdie brothers. So this could be. They tried really hard with the wrestling movie, The Iron Claw, right? Which a lot of people who saw that
movie, man.
I know, and a lot of people who saw that said, "Man, you know what? Like, there's some performances in this that should just win all the awards," and it got completely overlooked. You know,
it was beautiful and sad.
Yeah,
it was a great story.
I don't know if there's been a movie since Mickey Rourke did The Wrestler where it was sort of that kind of combat sport movie where it was actually recognized during the awards. Has there been another one? I don't think there has been another one.
What was the Gone Baby Gone, or what was the boxing one?
Oh, that was before.
Oh, that was before.
That was before.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
but
right.
that was before.
Creed. Yeah, Creed got shot out.
No, you're thinking of
Creed 2 got shot out.
$1
Creed 3 got shot
million
out.
dollar baby.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play you this clip real quick. So we all know Pay It Forward, right? When you people go and try and be a hero at the drive-thru, and then they get up to the thing, and then they pay for the person's
The thing that you hate the most?
Yeah, it's stupid. So what's happening now is a woman went on TikTok, and she was drinking a Dunkin' Donuts drink. And she said to the random guy in front of me who lied to the employee, "I hope you have the day you deserve." Because what this guy did was he tried to pay it backwards. So she was in line at Dunkin' Donuts, and the car in front of her got to the drive-thru and said, "The lady behind me is going to pay for my order." And then they were like, "Okay, cool." And then he drove away.
Oh, no.
And she got up to the window and they were like, "So are you paying for that guy's coffee?" And she was like, "What guy? I don't even know what you're talking about."
Oh, no.
And so I guess after she posted that thing, people were wondering whether she did not, in fact, pay for this guy's coffee. So she had to clear things up.
No, I did not pay for that guy's coffee. The employees were actually pretty great about it once they realized kind of what had happened, and it was pretty seamless afterwards. I posted the video kind of because I was just taken back by the fact that someone would do that, but I wasn't upset because I ended up paying for it. I only paid for my coffee, that's all.
Okay.
And then she did get back in line later in the day and paid it forward for somebody. So
Oh, that's nice.
it all worked out for her in the end on TikTok.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jets over the Blues last night, 5-3. Winnipeg's leading that series 3-2. Florida beat the Lightning to take that series 4-1. So whoever wins between the Leafs and the Senators, we know that they're going to be playing the Panthers and the Capitals over the Canadians to take the series 4-1. They won the game 4-1.
When's Edmonton playing? It's today, I think.
It's tonight, tomorrow.
Sorry, you said the Jets?
No, Edmonton. When's the next
Edmonton.
Edmonton?
The Oilers.
When is that?
I hope they lose. No offense, but I hope they lose.
I think it's.
My kid really wants. My kid is a huge Connor McDavid fan.
It's today, 10 o'clock.
And you want them to
game
lose?
6.
Yeah. Secretly, I'll never say that to Cruz.
Yeah. No. You can't do that.
No.
LA Lakers bounced out of the first round by Minnesota, 103-96.
Damn, dude.
LeBron James.
And LeBron James, once again, this is like a habit of his. After every playoff loss, he sits in front of the media and they ask him how long he's going to do this for, and he's always undecided. Will this time be any different?
How many more years will we see you play?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Come on, Bron.
Something I'll sit down with my family, my wife, and my support group and kind of just talk through it and see what happens. And then just have a conversation with myself on how long I want to continue to play.
Self? How much longer do I keep making money?
I don't know the answer to that right now, to be honest. So, we'll see.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to play this wild clip of Akon. So Akon used to be, and I don't think he has this many anymore, but at one point he had 30 cars, right? Ooh. And he's like a big investment guy. Like he's a big money guy.
Yeah.
And
did he start a crypto, A-coin?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I don't trust any of those crypto things. That's right. But I guess at some point, T-Pain came to him with like looking for financial advice because T-Pain was just spending his money on whatever. And Akon had all these cars. And then when T-Pain started to do well, he started to like flex and try and compete with Akon. So listen to Akon tell this story of how T-Pain kept trying to one-up him.
I noticed that every time I bought a car, Payne would come and try to outdo it. Then he pulled up on me in a Bugatti. I said, at that time, the car was like 1.7 million. Now you get a Bugatti for about 3 million. It's like double the cost now.
Yeah.
But at that time, even that was unheard of.
For sure.
Like 1.7, I said, damn. But I knew at that moment, it's going to be tough. Because first of all, I would never make a decision like that. If I'm going to spend 1.7 on any vehicle, it's going to be a jet or a boat. Because boats, they stay on the water, they make you money, docking fees are low, you can rent it out, it comes back. And if you sell it, you get double the price, right? It's almost like owning a house.
A house, yeah.
Now, cars, from the moment you come out that lot, that depreciate damn near 40%. So I saw that car, I said, ooh. I said, Payne, I don't know. He said, they got you are.
Yo. Akon had the gas station in his house.
At that time, right.
Oh, my God.
What?
He had a gas station in his house.
But you had a BP in your house?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you're a real African.
No. A lot of people didn't know that energy was my first source of income. Music was like my fifth.
Wow.
Yeah, Akon had a gas station at his house.
That's a different kind of smart money right there.
Right?
Even his explanation of the boat, like he thought it through.
Dude,
man,
like,
I remember Akon and T-Pain had those joints back in the day. You remember, Shem? Songs like Bartender?
This is my clubbing days, man.
Hold on. So Akon had a gas station at his house?
At his house, yeah. Yeah.
And you know he had that premium gas too, right?
Oh, you have to.
It wasn't like regular.
No.
Like Jabroni regular that we get.
No.
Like 91.
No.
Yeah, it's none of that.
No. This was primo gas.
Yeah. Like that platinum status.
Yeah. Because when you got 30 cars, right? You just hire a guy who's at your house all the time.
Yeah.
Who just takes care of your cars, and he just makes sure they're always topped up.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
No.
Do you think his gas station had the squeegee in it to wash the windows?
Yeah, it was made out of gold, I bet.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The oldest person in UK history has now officially become the oldest woman living and oldest person living ever. Ethel Carterum, who lives in Surrey, England, has earned the title at the age of 115 years old and 252 days, born August 21st, 1909.
Blimey.
Youngest of 8 children.
Before the Titanic.
Before most things.
Bro, before everything.
Before most things. And when
She's
you look
August?
and when you look at her too, like she got married. She got married in 1933.
That's wild.
And when you look at her, she's in a chair, but when you look at her, she's like looking at the camera. She's got a full head of hair, smiling.
115. What a life.
Yeah, 115 years old. That is crazy. Now she is the new, I believe, Guinness Book of World Records oldest person.
She's also a Leo.
Yeah, there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
God. Every now and then, one of these like old superstars just comes out, and you realize like how much power they have. So Barbra Streisand, you don't hear a lot about Barbra Streisand anymore.
Yeah.
So Barbra Streisand is releasing a new album next month, and it's called The Secret Life Partners Volume 2. So she had already released an album of duets, right?
Okay.
And Barbra Streisand is like, she's just a legend. And you don't say no to Barbra Streisand, right? And so I know features are a big thing. Like when somebody releases a new album, people are always looking for the features, right? Like who are they doing features with? So I'll go through the list of Barbra Streisand's features on her duets album. Her leadoff single, she's doing a duet with Hozier.
Oh, wow.
Paul McCartney, Sam Smith, Seal, Tim McGraw, James Taylor, Sting, Josh Groban. She has a song called One Heart, One Voice, where she duets with Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
And she's got she's got one song called The Very Thought of You with Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan didn't show up to get his Nobel Prize.
But he's showing up for Barbara.
But Bob Dylan is showing up to do a duet
Bro, this
with
sounds
Barbra
like
Streisand.
This sounds like a old school head like festival that you would charge thousands of dollars to go see all these people perform.
Now, imagine how much this would cost if she actually paid them. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. Like, you just... And they're all doing it practically for free, too.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Because
All of them. Yeah,
you just say thanks for inviting me to the party.
Yeah, all of them are doing it practically
Get a seat at the
for
table.
free.
Thank you.
But getting Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande on one track that's
wild.
pretty baller.
It's going to be a lot of high notes.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
It's going to be all high notes.
It's going to be all high notes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mocha, you have that clip over there of the, I think might have been the GM from the Pirates.
Okay, yeah.
During the game, and I don't know if you saw this video, but there was a guy up in the stands in the outfield at the Pirates game who was about 20 feet up, and he was front row, and they have that little railing, and he fell over that railing onto the field, onto the warning track.
Yeah.
Medical
Was it on purpose? Like he was trying to jump?
We'll get to that in a second. So medical staff rushed out. He's in critical condition. But here's the GM of the Pirates.
Thank both our medical staff, the Cubs medical staff, EMS, everybody that got to the gentleman. Even though it's 350 feet of wire, whatever it is, I mean, the fact of how it went down and laying motionless, while the play's going on. I mean, Craig saw it, I saw it, we both got out there. I think the umpire saw it. Unfortunately, because of the way the ball kicked, it's extremely unfortunate. I mean, that's an understatement.
So when you see the video, everybody is like, it looks like he jumped. Some people were saying it looks like he was pushed, all of this stuff. And then somebody posted this. They said, I was sitting 5 rows behind him. He was drunk. The inning before he ripped his shirt off and poured a half a beer all over himself, he jumped up from his seat when the Pirates got a hit, and he jumped up so quick while being drunk, he literally propelled himself off the ledge.
Oh, my gosh.
He didn't do it on purpose, and no one pushed him. He was there with his girlfriend, a friend, and another lady. The friend ran to the lower deck in center field and jumped onto the field. So she just said that he was sitting there, right? Because when you see the guy fall, he's got no shirt on. It looks real weird, right? So she was saying that he was sitting there, and when they got a hit, he was so excited that when he jumped up, he jumped a little too forward and literally just threw himself over that really low railing.
Goodness.
And then he just tumbled onto the field.
They're gonna have to raise that railing.
Which is that's the crazy thing. Look, when you go to some of these ballparks and you're sitting there and you look at the railings, because the railings are low because they don't want it to block anybody's view.
Could he
right?
sue?
I don't think so.
Because he You know what I mean? Even though he was drunk, like, could he sue because it's a liability?
Okay, the short answer is this. It's the United States of America, so yes, you can sue anybody for anything.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it goes through or not, I have no idea.
Well, you can't sue when you get hit by a ball.
What's
'Cause
that?
You go in there, assume it. Like, you can't You can't sue when you get hit by a ball.
People used to, though.
No, there was people at the Blue Jays games who got hit by a ball. You can't. They'll just give you a free ticket, but you can't sue because you go in there knowing what could happen.
But didn't somebody sue? Did they get hit by a bat? I think there was a lawsuit where somebody got hit by a bat.
If it was in the States, probably.
Because the thing that they did was they always because when I was a kid, right, even at hockey games, there was no net behind the goals, right? That's new. Like the meshing at hockey games is new. Because
you got hit with a puck.
Because people used to get hit by pucks. So it's lawyers being like, you have to do this.
My
right?
dad
Like, you
got
can't
hit by a puck shot by Wayne Gretzky. We still have the puck.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did it hit him?
Like, it hit him in his area, like in his lap.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Did you just say his area?
These nuts.
His area?
Bro.
Shem, what do you call your dad's?
I don't.
You don't?
At all.
Maria?
Nothing.
Doesn't even exist in my world.
Nothing? Mocha?
No.
Would you ever use area?
No.
No?
Why? I didn't know what else to say.
His lap.
His lap, or his, like, I would even say, would you ever refer to it as a groin, Maria?
A groin?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, like Shem said, doesn't exist in my mind.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
At all.
Nope.
At all. Interesting.
It's like a Barbie. It just doesn't exist.
There's nothing.
Okay, you know.
Yes, I know where I came from. Yes.
Okay.
I know. I just don't want to think about it.
Maria, you used to live there.
Come on, man, live?
Oh my God, why would you say that?
Oh, wow, bro.
Roz!
That used to be your home.
My dad's
Let's just
only
go back
listening
to
to this right now.
That used to be your home.
No, it was not my home.
Wow. And you had lots of friends
No,
down there too.
stop it.
Oh, wow. Bro, like.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
Why?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Gladly. More fallout from the Shedeur Sanders fiasco that went down at the NFL draft. So if you didn't follow, I'll just kind of sum it up for you here. Shedeur Sanders, the son of NFL and sports legend Deion Sanders. And Deion Sanders is now a college football coach, and he was coaching his son. And his son was, by some people, expected to go very, very high in the NFL draft. His son fell to, I think, round 5.
Fifth round.
Fifth round. He went at 144, and half the sort of fans and industry were saying, how could this happen? It seems like collusion. Then there were other people saying, no, it's because Deion's dad, this kid's dad, Deion Sanders, was inserting himself into it. And then this kid didn't do the combine and he blew his interviews and he's cocky in his social media and he already makes too much money, doesn't care about the game. There was a whole thing. But in the middle of all of this, on draft day, these kids who are looking to get drafted sit there and they wait by the phone. And Shedeur Sanders had a specific phone only for draft day, and he only gave that number out to teams to call him, to give him the heads up if he was going to be drafted. And he got prank called by a couple of college kids.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
It's been a long wait, man.
No, for sure.
We're going to take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir, let's be legendary.
But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, man.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
What does that mean?
And then they hung up. But these kids who filmed their side of the prank call released the video of them doing it and claimed it. So it turns out that one of the kids in the room during the prank call is a kid named Jax Ulbrich. Jax Ulbrich is the son of Jeff Ulbrich, who is the defensive coach for the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, no.
So this kid got Shedeur's number, his private number, off his dad's iPad. And then, so when this was released, Jeff had to then do this whole thing where he apologized. So this is a little bit of Jeff's apology.
My actions of not protecting confidential data were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable. And for that, we are both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. Going forward, I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate we are better than this. Again, I'm deeply sorry for our actions.
So
obviously not happy, shocked. So I made the Falcons aware of the situation. Our next course of action was to try to get a hold of the Sanders family. So
we can apologize?
And he said that they were gracious and everything else. So the NFL fined the Saints $250,000. $100,000 has to be paid by Jeff himself. So I don't know how much that he's going to make his kid try and pay that, but it's an ugly, 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 ugly scene.
Damn, bro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Cooper Wallace is a kid who won a huge award the other day.
Okay.
Because Cooper Wallace, who's 10 years old, can mimic the sounds of a seagull better than everybody else at this seagull mimicking competition.
There's a competition.
So you're going to hear this. So that you hear his intro. And like there's on a stage. It's in a bar. There's like tons of people there. And the kid's wearing a seagull outfit and everything. So his technique, he starts real small. And by the end of it, he is completely indistinguishable from an actual seagull.
Okay, Cooper, are you ready to perform? Okay, I will give you space. 3, 2, 1.
That is the European Gull Screeching Championships, and this is Cooper Wallace's second victory in a row.
Wow, defending
Go see the
champ.
boys.
Right?
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.